very good morning all. Hopefully you can hear me all good. Just going to do a couple of checks with the level. Apologies, we started a little bit later than originally planned. Yeah, a little bit later than originally planned. Apologies for that. That was due to me first of all arriving a little bit later than I originally had hoped, and then as always with the British weather and a British summer, it wouldn't be Britain with a little bit of drizzle, would it? And that's what we got. Not lemon drizzle, it is the rain of type, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a bit cloudy, it's a bit gloomy here, but that's not going to stop us, is it? We've got Helvetic heading off right now. It's also a bit chilly, which I didn't factor that one in with the shorts and t-shirt with no coat and nothing else but a cap on. Oh well, it's supposed to last about half an hour. I think 11 o'clock is when the rain or the spits or the drizzle, whatever you want to call it, is finishing off. So yeah, hopefully it's a lot better. Unfortunately, we're in this sort of beginning bit where it's a bit strong winds and also a bit chilled and also a little bit soaked. But we're good, we are good. It wouldn't be London Planespotting without a bit of rain, would it, folks? Welcome on London City. Lewis here from London Planespotting. Hope you're all good. Happy Saturday morning to you all. I hope you are all well. Don't forget to hit the like button for us. It's a nice chilled out day today. It does get a little bit more busier. I know everyone's looking at the airport probably thinking, wow, that's empty. It is empty quite now. We've already got some on the way. We have KLM also turn up very, very soon. That is on final at this moment in time from Amsterdam. Today's operation is a 09, which is quite interesting. I don't know if Heathrow is, I haven't checked if Heathrow is on 09. It is on 09, so they're doing the same as what Heathrow is doing. So all you plane spotters who plan to go to Heathrow today, it is the Mound so far at the moment for Heathrow. We do love Mound. Don't get to use the Mound as often as we'd like to, really, but nevertheless, it's the Mound today. What we have on final, KLM, and I'm going to have a bit of my coffee in a moment. KLM Sea Hopper with the Amsterdam flights. This is the E190. I'm more concerned about losing me coffee, so bear with 1 minute, I don't want to lose it. Let's put more by the legs there we go. And you can see the rowers are out in force today. We're going to try something different as well, and see if that's, like I say, we're still slightly testing things. I've kind of not put test on today's show because we already done a test at City Airport and was quite happy with the outcome of that one. So for City Airport, I'm happy to sort of say we're there. Oh, I think we're going for an immediate takeoff here, and we are indeed. So this is the Zurich flight with Helvetic of Swiss. Very heavy loaded Swiss as well. Took a very long time to rotate there. Mind you, the weather conditions are quite different. It's quite strong wind, so whether that impacts the rotation time. Already banking. Okay, let's get to the chat, shall we? So welcome along to Carl, welcome to Tridal, I hope I've said that right, from Perth, Western Australia, welcome to you, good evening to you, I believe is the time out there. Lee, welcome to you, hope you're good. David, good afternoon, good morning I should say, welcome along, hope you're all good. Raskas, welcome to you, hope you're good, happy Saturday, London City Spotting, thank you as well to you. Good morning everyone, if you are watching us on the show, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and join us on the chat. We're a friendly chat here on London Planespotting. Lee, celebrating 11 months already of flight crew membership, saying it's gone quickly and enjoyed Monday. I did as well, good to see you on Monday this week, my friend, thanks a lot. I hope the travel back was good. And as we normally do, oh, we're going for another lineup. And as we normally do, go for a scump wave when we have a member pop up as a milestone. So Lee, there's your Forest Gump wave. So this is going to be interesting. They'll have to turn back round, come back onto the runway, and then come back round. They've got a bit of time though, so there's no urgency on that one or having to wait. Obviously, there's two CityFlyer sea hoppers on the ground. The second one, which was parked up when I arrived, has started up. Oh, that's interesting. They've gone that way. I was expecting them to go left. It will literally just do it. Oh, there you go. Completely come off and turn around there. Wayne, I hope you're good. Did I say hello to you? Apologies if I didn't. Good morning to you. Hope you're good, my friend. You have given me the train sim bug at the moment. Can't stop playing it at the moment. Right, we go for a second time for KLM. Obviously it's quite tight here at City. The aircraft have to be within a certain line. They're not allowed to go past that line when parking. due to the fact how tight the taxiways are and narrow, that if they were above, beyond the line, they could clip each other. So obviously we have this a lot when we see them parking up. They have to do the manoeuvre again. There's no tugs here at City, so we all have to see them go on their own power, which is I quite like. It's a bit of a unique thing here. So let's have a look again. There we go, I think they're happy with that one. Everyone seems happy with that. They're turning off. Right, Wayne celebrating, wow, already 16 months of being a flight crew member. When I was doing the badges for flight crew membership, I didn't think, I thought, oh, it'd be ages to see that. And I can't believe how quickly it's coming, even though it's been obviously 16 months, but it feels so soon as well. Really doesn't feel like it should be showing yet. But thank you so much, Wayne. Appreciate your support, and I've got to say it because he's put it on the milestone. I've got to honour it. It says, Azuma fan, I'd like a refund. Now, if you know, if you follow Wayne's show, he absolutely castrated the Azuma, the Tachi Zuma, which I think is slightly unfair because I quite like it. It's a very smooth, nice air. I'm not going to it. We're here for planes. But anyway, he wants a refund. Well, should have read your terms and conditions, my friend, because no refunds. Lee Welker, thank you so much as well to you, gifting a membership for someone, and I think Raskas has got that. So welcome along. We'll give you another way for both you and Wayne, and also for Raskas. Thank you so much for your support that you give the channel. Miranda, welcome to you. Says, I knew. Welcome along to the chat. Make yourself comfortable and sit down and enjoy this beautiful show of small mini jets. I call them mini jets. They're not really. They're quite big, but they are fantastic to watch in this airport. They really are. It is a little bit quieter, but we are starting to get to more of a busier time. You have to remember that Saturday is probably one of the most quietest days for the airport due to the sound restrictions, but you do get a bit of a sort of an hour or so where it gets busy again, normally between 11 and 12, and then it closes at 12:30 today. So a little bit, sorry, 10 I should say. Normally it gets busy at 10 to about 11:30, and then closes at 12:30 today. The rain has started again, folks. I've not put the covers on today because it's not that strong in the rain, but it's got these little specks. Here we go. Amsterdam flight out. Here we go. Sea hopper. Right, while we just focus on the ground operations here for KLM. Give me a couple of minutes, I'm just going to have my breakfast for today.
Hello, 980, contact 10 steps of 13455, provide. 33455, yeah, 980, back.
See how cold the coffee is going to be. Okay, passengers already coming off now. Got a lukewarm coffee, but we're alright. You're close, David, you're close. You got one thing right. Doing this one-handed is a challenge.
Hello, Justin 45 degrees, 1 will not ferry, north to east, runway 09, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 09, that's 16 minutes.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't going to be too good to be true to have it on the radio. There, anyway. Lukewarm coffee, that'll do. I'm happy with that. Okay, so building up, we've got NetJets coming in soon. That's from Paris, it's from NetJets Europe. It's a Cessna Citation 680A. Let's see if I can quickly have my breakfast before that little beauty comes in.
Six, Victor Mike, requesting Eastern compound. Oh, 6, what's the proceed Eastern compound? Eastern compound of 6.
She's faster than I can eat, folks.
Control, vacate right, maximum hangar 1 the Vacate right, thanks to your link on Tango 1, follow the master instructions, vacate hangar.
Right, it looks like the breakfast, not guess the snack, but guess the breakfast started here. It was close on your one, but if I say what it was, I think it gives it away too much. So one of them is right. I'm not going to say what one it is. Miranda, what other way in the morning can you do it, eh? A bit of plane spotting and a bit of coffee. Lovely stuff. No, not just an egg. There is an egg involved. Comes on sausage roll. No. No. Citation latitude. Lee's gone bacon and eggs. No. Omelette, says Carl. No. Wayne McMuff Martin. Muffin. Oh, excuse me. It was indeed both Wayne and David got it right, or one part right from David, and that was just a basic sausage and egg McMuffin. And you know when the egg is definitely using real eggs and not a bottle of liquid eggs. When you find a shell, one thing I can't stand is finding a shell and crunching on the shell.
Yeah, you're just going to have to keep pulling harder on the outside, unfortunately. The wind is against us. Going to quarter 5 in 2.
So all those ones who say, oh, it's not real egg. It is, believe me. Just choked on a bit of them in eggshell. And today's coffee today is the cappuccino. Right, we've got Itta on final now. Beautiful Itta. please.
To a 2 feet right, taxi stand 10 left. Ready, 10 left.
Not too sure.
At least they have long legs.
Look how big those engines are. Love them. Absolutely amazing. It looks like to be stand. It could be actually stand 10 on this one. Not too sure. Might actually stand 10. There's a few people standing out of 10, and also 22. So it could be either or. Carl, welcome to you. Good morning. Oh, very nice. Without the brown sauce, though, Russ Cass, that's for me. Ketchup is my option. How amazing does this plane look? Stand 10. Welcome to everyone who has just joined us. London Planespotting here at London City Airport. Don't forget to hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more views it creates as well. It basically helps us with the algorithms of YouTube, and they recommend us more. So it makes a big difference to us. So any support you can give us, whether it's a like, donations, being a member of a flight crew, whatever you want to do, thank you. Miranda asks, what does ITA stand for? I don't believe it stands for anything. It was an abbreviation of the old airline that it replaced. ITA has had a very colourful past and a long sort of going back to the airline it was formed originally from. It's had many changes in names. It's had many changes in ownership as well. And we finally seem to be a little bit stable, do I say, with ITA. So we had Italia which was the original, which was a absolute loved by many plane spotters, including myself, Alitalia. But unfortunately, they did not survive the economic problems that they had. And then we had, oh god, my mind's completely blank. We had one in the middle after Alitalia, didn't we? Oh, chat, please do help me out. I can't remember who it was now. And then it became Airways, which we have today. Now, it should be mentioned that they're not without their own issues at the moment, and things are still a little bit on ice, and they're a little bit thin on ice with finances. So, which is one of the reasons we've seen it a swap from Heathrow Airport to London City, which was quite frankly a very bold move, but they decided they couldn't afford to pay the Heathrow price rises for slots. So they moved over to London City. They started forming their operations at London City with the Milan flight, and then eventually in April they moved the Rome service over to London City as well. And since then we've had 2 services operated by the absolute beautiful Airbus A220, and it has made an entrance here at City. We had the favourites of Swiss and Helvetic being with the A220s and E2s, but ITA has been a real crowd pleaser here in regards to plane spotters. It's a popular one to be sort of papped and taken pictures of. It's a very, very stunning aircraft, and many of you say that. We just watching her now is absolutely beautiful to see. So the stairs go on for ITA as well. But yeah, I can't remember who it was. Italia Transport Aero is what ITA stands for. Thank you very much, Lee. But I can't remember who was the one in the middle after Alitalia, and before ITA. There was someone else. I can't remember who it was. I remember they had an A330. They took over quite a lot of the fleet. Was it Air Italy or something like that? Can't remember. I really have gone blank. I might have to Google it in a minute. Oh, apologies. Oh, cargo doors opening up. Jessica, welcome to you. It says, thanks for the Frankfurt vlog. Been to the airport twice, and based on your experience, not one for flight connections. Happy Saturday, all, especially Wayne and the mods. Thank you so much to you, Jessica. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little bit bad releasing that video, but that was a brutally honest report of my experience, and it's not the first time I've had a bad experience at Frankfurt. I've flown Frankfurt 3 times now. Twice I've now vlogged it, and the last one I haven't didn't, but I was way back. But yeah, very much a different sort of situation. For me, I find that they've gone downhill since the pandemic. When the pandemic started and they got rid of a load of staff, it changed that airport quite considerably. It never had the best write-up, but it was never as bad as it is today. So yeah, really surprised with that one. I was hoping for it to get better from my sort of experience back in 2021, just after the pandemic, and then sort of getting back to this sort of standing on feet with staff. But not from what I've experienced, unfortunately. So I hope they can do it, because it's a great airport to be a plane spotter at, and to just one thing I noticed doing the editing is I didn't even realise some of the planes that were on the ground, and I didn't take it in because I was sort of stressed out by the experience, and my whole basically my whole my whole experience was just basically I wanted to get on that next plane. That was it. That was what I wanted to make sure we did. So yeah, it's a shame. Again, that was the first time I was connected. I don't think I'll do that again as a connection. No. Lee asked me a very good question last week here, which is, would I go back again? And I found that one hard to sort of answer, if I'm honest, because part of me wants, my heart says yes, and my head says no. I don't think I'd want to experience it again, but the plane spotting me would be so disappointed if I didn't go again, because of the absolute range of aircrafts that you have at Frankfurt. Yeah, it's an interesting one, that one. I think if I was plane spotting, if I was going for as a plane spotting holiday and visit, yes, I'd go again. If I'd go in as a traveller and as a tourist, probably no. I've experienced Frankfurt as a tourist. It's okay. It's not the most spectacular locations. Frankfurt, to be fair, Frankfurt is a very business orientated location. It's not your sort of touristy part of Germany, which you've got to factor that in. So that, when you put it in that way, it's a bit different. Simon, welcome to you. I think I saw someone wearing clogs again, says Simon. But you are in East London, mate. Hope you are good. Hope everyone's fine. Right, I'm going to quickly try something out. Bear with me 1 minute, folks. Nothing's going to stop or change, to be honest. We have a new feature with the encoder we've now got, so I want to try it out and see what it's like. It could be absolutely rubbish and we won't do it ever again, but you have to try these things, don't we? Jessica says other good German airports are available as yes, they are. Munich is still my favourite one to go to. Munich is I don't know why, because when you look at a variation of what's on offer, it's not as good as Frankfurt, but Munich's spotting locations were just brilliant. I mean, they've made, I think, what is it now, four man-made hills, which you pay, I think, €1. I don't know if it's gone up now, but when I went, it was €1, which I think is acceptable to go up there, and you get some really good views. Just give us a minute. Just gonna try something. Like I say, this could go horribly wrong, or it could go really well. We'll just have to find out. I think what I'll do is turn it down a little bit so it doesn't blast everyone. Yeah. That was what I was not hoping for. Let's try that again. No. Oh dear. What if I did this instead? Gotta find a better location for that. If I can stop that working, or stop that static, that'll be really good. Ooh. Might be on a winner. Nope. No, that's an absolute no. We'll have to go back to the drawing board on that one. That's a shame. Oh well. I was hoping to directly plug the audio in for the radio so it's a clean sort of no wind or anything that you can hear it directly into the stream, because we can do that at the moment with this setup, but I don't know why, but my particular radio, I think it might be time for a new radio, it gets picking up a lot of interference lately, and no matter what I do, it's not working. I think what's the root cause of it is actually the power banks and the emitting sort of leakage of power across all the cables, which when I'm close to something it does, as you could hear, get that staticness. So as soon as you plug it in, because it was travelling through the cable, it picked up the power, and you could hear the static. So that's, we don't want that. Tom came at the wrong time there because he came in while we were testing that. But so Tom, if I've blown your ears out, apologies. Welcome to you, Tom. Hope you're good. Good morning. I've just been monitoring. Has the have we even had a information bar yet from Radar Box from any of the takeoff? It should be showing takeoff and landing, but it will only be if there's anyone actually on the runway. I I've not actually seen it up here today. It's just showed the information at the airport and the time, which I'm not sure why. Unless I've missed it. Did it show? Tom says, sounds like aliens trying to get in touch, asking for directions on their way to Chatham. Enough said, I'm not saying much more on that one. Oh dear. Very quick turnaround here from KLM because they've loaded passengers. The air stairs looks to be coming off. I think there are I think the turnaround manager is currently inside the cockpit. I saw him go in. Right, we've got a fueling in progress for ITA.
Quick, and I will then continue to Victor Mike.
Luxair is expected in very soon as well. Rome has been delayed, as always, with the This is the Rome flight here. Yeah, the A330 is really nice in those colours, and you're right, the A350 I really like. Really nice. Yeah, there's not many of their fleet, I don't think, which is that bad looking with this livery. This livery makes it very nice. The rowing club with their megaphone, we can hear in the background. That'd be funny. You'd think they'd have radios instead. Okay, as I said, Sea Hopper ready to go. The stairs has been retracted there, and we should be seeing that one heading out soon as well. Really interesting yet. We haven't had a CityFlyer flight yet, which I'm really surprised. We are expecting one later, but it's quite a mixed bag. There's not many British Airways CityFlyers today expected. I think we're expecting 4 in total. 4 in total is expected, which is really quiet compared to other days. And also you've got to remember that this is a base for CityFlyer. I do hope not, Carl. Yeah, it's a mixed bag of results, isn't it? Their financial outcome at the moment. They are struggling. There is a little bit more investment going in up here, though, so I'm hoping that keeps them afloat. No, I think they're still Sky Team, Carl. I believe they are. Simon, yes, they are Italy's main operator now. As I say, hoping that the recent investment in with Lufthansa might help that. Now, Carl, you mentioned that ITA changing their Sky Team to Star Alliance. I think that probably will happen. It's not happened yet officially, but yeah, I think what it is, it's not actually been confirmed yet, but a lot of the rumours out there are saying, oh, it'll be Star Alliance, which would make sense when you see the company obviously own, like Lufthansa Group owning, I think it's 40% or 40% of the airline. They did it in 2023, and that got approved. So that will be interesting to see. It's interesting because Lufthansa Group has a lot of airlines now under its books. So it's growing quite a bit. Not as big though as International Group, International Airline Group. I actually thought Lufthansa Group was bigger, but apparently not. I believe International Airlines is slightly bigger. I think what it is the fact that they own a percentage in American Airlines, I believe, as well. Carl says he wants Alitalia back. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of Alitalia. I think in their golden year, when they had like the 747s and the older planes, yes, but not the old days. Oh, hello. We've got a flock of mods. I'm going to call them mods. They're the swans. We always do it when we see them. There we go. There's me mods on the chat today. You can tell which one's Wayne. Well, I'm not surprised, to be honest, because they've started to form three major groups in Europe now. You've got, obviously, IAG, you've got Lufthansa Group, and you've got to also factor in Air France KLM into that, because they are getting very big indeed. They haven't got as many airlines and dominance in the amount of airlines that they own, but they are a huge group now. So we're seeing this sort of dominance in the market in Europe. I think a little bit how we've seen the big sort of major airlines in the US with United, with Delta and American Airlines. Huge airlines with huge dominance in fleet size. Carl says mod attack inbound. You know the rules, Carl. Any sign of wildlife, and I'm going to refer them as my mods. Oh, they're flying. They're off. They are off. Let's get a bit of airport action of the swans here. There we go. Now they're getting quite close to the airport actually. Wayne, don't get sucked in by the engine. I've never seen swans take off around this area actually, so it's quite interesting. Yes, and that is mainly being sort of handed out this contract that Carl mentioned to mainly the likes of Level and their other airlines, Aer Lingus and Iberia have taken quite a lot of these fleet changes as well. With British Airways picking up some. BA's done a lot of changes with their fleet in the last few years, and what BA is currently focusing on now is the infrastructure update within their own airline. We're going to see a new website being launched very soon. Their IT systems has been drastically changed as well. BA have in the last few years been slated by the media and also by many who have experienced BA service recently, and unfortunately BA have taken a bit of a nosedive when it comes to stuff like IT glitches and issues within running of the airport. So the new system that they have invested heavily, and we're talking billions of pounds into this system, will allow British Airways to really be on top of things, and that's the plan and that's the hope of what they want to achieve here, which will in theory mean a lot more smoother sort of flights, a lot more smoother operation styles, not so many delays, a lot better in regards to check-in experience. So we'll just have to wait and see, but what we're hearing is quite good stuff really. So hopefully they've finally learned their lesson with the whole fiasco that they've had in the recent news of all these IT crashes and systems going down during major sort of times, because it just can't handle the amount of flights that they're handling. We're starting to see this now, so hopefully we're on a better, they're finally seeing what we need to invest. Now we saw that with, if you remember, good about 10 years ago, BA was heavily criticised for its catering options and how poor it was in regards to quality, and they changed it hugely. They changed the contract, it was given to Doe & Co. One of my actual favourites is Doe & Co. For airline food. I think they are really, really good. And on board, the actual food that you get, especially in like business class and also on other things, it's actually really good now. It's a lot better than it used to be. So BA unfortunately take time making changes, and we've seen that with a lot of their services, whether it's the hard product of the seats, whether it's the service on board, or whether it's the on-ground experience. BA seem to take their time making these changes, but they do eventually get it right, and that's one thing I've always liked BA. I know they're not always have the biggest fans, and that's fair enough. You know, it's people's opinion. TAP's always been talking, Carl, though. I was talking to Daniel about it, and he mentioned that it's between we keep talking to IAG and I think it's not SkyTeam, sorry, I think it's KLM they're talking to as well, having the interest. A lot of people don't really want that. Shots fired by Wayne. He's come back to life on the chat. Do you know what? I am absolutely confident in saying BA has the best tea on board. I have never had a bad cup of tea from BA. You know me and my flights. I like to have a cup of tea if I can have one, and I always rate the tea on board. Interesting, Lufthansa Group, never the best. However, the other day Swiss turned it around last time. Wasn't too bad. They've cottoned on, and they started leaving me with the milk container so I can top up my own milk, because I said I like it milky. So and when I get tea on Lufthansa, it's never great. So yeah, Swiss was a lot better from last experience, but still can't beat a BAT. Helsinki was another one. Maybe it's just one alliance groups. Maybe one of the alliance agreements is BA's offering of how to serve tea to their British customers. Because the Finnair could do a good cup of tea as well. That was really good. So I always have good experience with One World airlines when it comes to tea. And then the Star Alliance, I don't have that much good experience yet. Okay, Amsterdam flight, second Amsterdam departure for today. Carl, that's exactly what I mean. They do, they really do. And yes, it does mean that they don't always get the best reviews sometimes, and yeah, I agree. Their 787 product looks very dated now, and they really need to update the cabin. But one thing that is an absolute foundation in BA is their crew service. It is second to none. It really is. I always believe BA set the standard when it comes to crew friendliness and service, because I've had BA crews, and this is a shout out to all BA crew, because you guys are absolutely amazing. And don't get me wrong, you don't have a good time sometimes, you know, the airline doesn't always treat you as well as I think they should do, but honestly, you guys are amazing. I have had a service above and beyond with BA. Even when I once, not even realising they didn't have it, I came round on one of them, and they asked, oh, do you want this, or do you want a cup of tea, or do you want to, before even taking up, this is by the way, do you want a paper? They hand that paper and said, oh yeah, do you have they were getting that magazine and said, do you have a newspaper in chance? In fact, just reading the news. I couldn't get one from the airport at the time, and she went, oh no, we don't have any, so give me 1 minute. And she went in her own bag, and she got her own personal newspaper and handed it to me, and I was like, that's second to none. That really is. That is the service. And I felt a bit like, oh, I don't want to take your newspaper away. I didn't mean like that. She went, no, please have it. So yeah, and it was such a friendly crew. I've always had great experience with BA. Always happy to be invited into the cockpit as well. BA never hardly say no to you if you ask to go to the cockpit when you're on the ground. So yeah, shout out to BA crew, because they absolutely will.
So receive contact direct for 133.455. Bye-bye. 133.455. Bye-bye.
Vasquez says BA let themselves down by squeezing too many seats in economy. It's not legacy carrier standard. They do this with their A350 too. Do you know what? I have to agree on that one. They do need to up their game when it comes to flight experience on board. And I think I was talking to a couple of crew members back about 7 months ago, I think. Where was I flying out to? Luxembourg, that was it. I was flying out with Luxembourg and to Luxembourg, and I was talking to the crew. They were really, really friendly, and I was saying, like, it's a nice seat, it's really comfortable. I've always liked the sort of middle seat with the tray table they put in to block it. But I said, you never get that much leg room on board. And they went, oh yeah. They actually said, that's one thing we always sort of say to them. It's like, we offer the same leg room. I think on some Ryanair flights. And obviously there's a big difference in that in regards to service. Crew, you'll be surprised, crew actually think the same as a lot of passengers. They do feed that back, but unfortunately it's one of the areas where BA's management don't always listen. Right, there you go, look, we have passengers boarding. They are quite tight. I mean, I recently flew with Swiss, and Swiss's onboard experience with legroom is... I was mind blown how much space I had. I felt like I was on a long haul flight, and it was really spacious, really spacious. So yeah, BA definitely can up their game when it comes to legroom, and that's across the board in BA, in British class, and also in economy. That's the thing with legacy carriers now. They are very much focused on competing with the no frills market, and okay, you have to because of the financial constraint that they have, and obviously there is a competition in regards to, the passengers are always going to go for, majority of passengers are going to go for the cheapest flight, but you can't call yourself a frills airline or a legacy airline if you don't offer the basics, and that's my argument with a lot of things. You can argue a lot of these legacy carriers, and BA is one of them in Europe, which have gone, from my opinion, too far to the no frills category, and it's just not. I don't like it personally. I don't like it at all. Carl, no, he's in charge of. I think he's still. I don't know if he's still in charge of IAG Group, or he's now finally left. I think he might have left and now become a board member. Let's actually look that one up. Actually, let's have a quick look. Because when IAG were built or formed, he moved over to IAG and left BA. Yeah. So he went in 2020. Oh, that's interesting. He is now the Director General of the International Air Transport Association. Interesting. If you don't know what it is, that's IATA. pilot. I didn't know that actually. That's one thing I didn't know. Oh yeah, 737 captain. Never knew that. And he became CEO of Aer Lingus. Didn't know that. There you go. Something you knew. I wasn't a big fan of him. He stripped back a lot of things at BA, and the one who's put in charge afterwards, I can't remember his name now. So the new one they've got is a lot better, it sounds of it. And they're making changes. They're finally making changes, because a lot of the time when the warning was there about, you know, BA's got to step up the game in regards to service, it was ignored a lot. Alex, what was his name? Alex Cruz or something, wasn't it? So, the one who took over from Willie Walsh from there. I can't met him. I'm curious to know, what's he like, Carl? How do you see him? So letting you all know, next week we'll be at Heathrow Airport, going back to our sort of scheduled service where we start to go back to our original of a Saturday show and then also a weekday show. We will re-continue the weekday evening shows very soon in September on Thursdays, which is normally here. Yeah, he is a what they call a cutthroat person, isn't he? Really, in the business, he strips everything. He's a stripper, and not that particular stripper as what we might think of the dirty side of things. But he's a business asset stripper, and he's done a lot of that. Carl says he's a very nice man. Oh, okay. There's two sides of people, isn't there? You've got the business side and you've got sometimes, you know, the personal side. I've met people like that. You know, I get on absolutely fine. But the business side is, you know, it is to be taken very seriously. And probably that's why he's so successful, really. But yeah, I felt he made wrong decisions at BA. But then you could argue he made some good decisions in, you know, elevating them to a larger scale, because they are now a very big airline. But they just don't seem to be as... BA was always in like the 90s and the 80s and earlier on. They were the trendsetters of aviation. They were an airline that you were really proud to have as a national airline, and that's even before obviously we became BA, you know, with BAC and others as well. But yeah, BA, a lot of people say BA's had its day, and I think to some degree yes, but some degree no. They are changing things, and what I've seen so far with their new cabin and their updated stuff looks really good. The club suite is brilliant. It really is a really nice seat. The club suite was the first product where I thought BA actually had an edge over Virgin at the time when they launched it on the A350, because I wanted to fly. The first time ever, I actually wanted to fly business class more in BA than I wanted to fly Virgin's business class, because I never liked Virgin's older product with the reverse herringbone, where you had to sort of face outwards away from the window. I never understood that with Virgin. Finally, Virgin's changed it, and actually their product's amazing on board now. Yet again, but yeah, I never understood that. Why would you want to face a passenger? But then again, you can argue the same thing with the old BA lie flat seats, which they've carried on for so many years. Even today, some models of their 787s and 777s have got. So yeah, it's airlines take their time, and it's a pricey thing. Don't forget that. It costs a lot of money to refit an aircraft and refurbish it. So, and when you've got a fleet size of BA, you can understand why it takes so long. But as Carl says, they take their time to get it right, and they do get it right. I feel. I want to point that out, but they just take their time, which is frustrating. That's someone who does like BA. But anyway, we move on because we're talking not too much about BA. Carl says, I flew United in BA once, never again. They've got a mix. I think Carl, I don't know about you, you got a plan with if you fly to the States with BA, because you're only going to have what luck you get with the right plane. If you get their 787, your chances are it's going to be the older cabin, which is not a nice flight to have. But if you get an A350 and the newer 777s, I do argue that is a better cabin than most European flights. But I always do think Virgin kind of edge it a bit with Europe, with USA flights. That's just thanking Lee for gifting the membership. So thank you very much. Just reminded or noticed that you gifted it, so thank you. And welcome to the Flight Crew membership there, Resco. Good to see you. That was paper talk, Carl. I don't think I actually did it. There was a very good what was it now? There was a talk with what was it? Can't remember what it was now. There was a business talk, I can't remember what it was now, but with Michael O'Leary. And he said he'd love one day he will have Ryanair where you will get a free flight. Flights will be free, but basically it won't be free because everything you want to do will need to be paid for. So your bags obviously you pay for already, drinks and food paid for already. If you want to use the toilet, that'll be a charge. If you want to, we'll sell you lottery tickets. We do what we do, by the way. And they just said, we're going to sell. So basically, you get the seat free, but we are going to bombard you with selling stuff. And everything literally that you need, we will sell you. But he said in a way, he wants to get to the airline where everything, the actual flight will be free, which I think as a bold, it's one of them Michael O'Leary statements of let's get the newspapers talking, like he did with the whole charging a euro or a pound to use the toilets, and everyone up in smokes and like that, and everyone was saying no, you can't do that, it's a liberal right, all that. don't know. O'Leary's very clever when it comes to generating free advertisement, shall we say. O'Leary's famous line was all types of news is good advertisement. Whether it's bad news, he doesn't care. At least someone's talking about the airline, and that's a bit of advertisement. And they free and Ryanair only recently have actually started advertising. They hardly advertise. I think we might be ready here. There's a very old documentary, years back, I think the BBC done it. I don't know if it was a documentary or it was an undercover show, I can't remember now. But it basically had the life of what it was like working in Ryanair. And they focused on the head office at Ryanair. And you had... This is how structured it is and how no frills it is, even as for an employee. They actually have a set amount of stationery that they're allowed to take out, and everything is recorded. And if you go over your set amount of stationery you're allowed, and whether they still do this I don't actually know, but I know this was something they did years back. But you'd be charged. So you'd be charged for a pencil, you'd be charged for a pen. If you had, say, every month you can have a maximum, or a year you had a maximum of 10 pencils or pens, and you can't go over that. That's what they used to do. Could you imagine that? Carl says Michael O'Leary owns a farm. Because for as long as that's Michael O'Leary had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Very good, sir. Spot on, Carl. He does it well, and by doing it he gets a lot of advertising from Ryanair, and they get a lot of stick. They're actually not bad. They really aren't. Oh, there you go. So, I knew it was based in Dublin. I think it was the offices in Dublin, wasn't it, Carl? I do remember that. It was the BBC that showed that. Yeah. I mean, Ryanair's presence in Europe is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. It's a well-run airline. It really is. It's got its critics and it's got its faults, but it's a well-run, organised airline. And that's all because O'Leary once took a flight with Southwest and went, we don't have this in Europe, we need this in Europe. And what I think is fascinating is he's actually gone further than what Southwest would ever go in regards to what is included and what's not. When you look at Southwest and compare it to Ryanair, Southwest looks like a legacy carrier. But yeah, Ryanair started out because Southwest when I called there, he had a look and went, I like this. And I believe he spent maybe, I think it was a year, out in America and just monitored how Southwest work. I like what David's just but I think one of the best ideas was to buy a taxi so you could drive in Dublin's bus lanes. Then when you arrived and the benefit was lost. Because there was too many buses parked up on the curbs. I can't remember if it was undercover or it was a documentary. I think it was more of a documentary because I seem to remember he was interviewed by reporters. So I think it's more of a documentary, which again is an absolute stroke of genius because it's publicity. It's free publicity. That's it. So yeah, Tony Ryan sent him over to the US to start, and he was there for about 2 years, I think it was. Because Ryanair was a tiny little airline. And then they realised one model of plane across their whole fleet. So that's one thing to just do, nothing else, no other model, so no other parts difference, no other training. Everyone knew the same aircraft and everything's exactly the same on board. And it's basic. And it worked. I mean, back in the day when you used to get a Stansted flight to Dublin for £1, can't even think about it now, could you? £1. The Guinness factory loved Ryanair because apparently, someone was one of the CEOs of Guinness said most of their revenue on tourists was from London, from Stansted basically, and from other sort of airports, but mainly from Stansted, because everyone took the opportunity to cater for £1 flights. And it was never really £1 because obviously once you factor in all the other things, but you could get it down eventually excuse me, to £1. So it was amazing. I knew some people who flew for £1. My dad flew with Ryanair for the day for £1. Nothing on board, literally not even a bag, just, you know, £1 in his pocket, turned up, went to the Guinness factory, had a few beers with his mates and came back at 9 PM. When you think about it now, you couldn't do it. Bring back the £1 flights. Or 99p flights. I think, didn't they go as low as a penny? Or was it a penny or was it 50 pence? I can't remember now. It was never a penny, but they advertised it as that. Stelios was very good at that. David. Stelios has hugely criticised the company now since he's left, and he's got a point because the way they've run the airline is more of a sort of they've not gone back to their original ways. Now, EasyJet was very good at the beginning of drumming up that advertising, drumming up that sort of enthusiasticness, and people wanted to fly EasyJet. Now it's just, EasyJet's there, if it's there, it's there, and most of their finances, their passengers have now come from EasyJet holidays. Now obviously never really arrived with under Stelios. It was all about a no-frills airline. Okay, Luxair is on final. We'll get you that in a moment. The Dash 8 has arrived. I think the parked up CityFlyer is potentially getting ready to board passengers. Yeah, I think we are going to start seeing that going out as well. One of the flights that we expected. Okay, we're going to get you the Dash 8 because that is on final now, and it's a little bit windy now, which is always an interesting one for the Dash 8. So here she is. This is Luxair heading on in to London City. Morning, Kat. Hope you're good. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Kat says, morning all. Feel like it's way too long since I've caught a live life and all. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see you. No problem at all. Life just catches up on you, doesn't it? Right, as we were focusing on Luxair quietly, look who's on the move. Yes. London Planespotting. Yeah.
You must got some really good shots.
Yeah, no, it's a fan favourite, that one. It's a nice one. You too, thumbs up. Take care. Wow, that's a good price, Carl. £4 to Amsterdam. Did you get lucky enough to get family and friends discounts as well there? Might have a word with Tom. I don't know if I might be free for cruise night. I haven't decided. I haven't checked yet, but I might be free, so I might let him know. We've got Belfast flight inbound soon, and also we've got the Nice flight. There's quite a few CityFlyers coming in finally now, which we haven't seen yet on the show. And also the Florence flight, as well as, of course, KLM inbound, because it seemed a bit odd when we don't have a KLM parked up at City Airport. So that's heading in soon. Oh wow, that's a nice discount there. Very nice discount. Oh, you can tell he's either flipped the train or he's marooned on a curb, because he's able to be on the chat now, ladies and gents. Wayne's back, so he's got a bit more time. And yes, that was shots fired. We can hear a citation starting like that. Might be the NetJets that came in earlier, actually. We can't see it at the moment, but when we can, I will let you know. The wind at the far end of the runway is really strong. Look at that windsock. It's just caught my attention, that. It was going really higher than that, actually. But look at that, it's quite strong at the end there. That's just at the tip of the runway. So they'll really feel that when the aircraft rotate. Yeah, well, that's mainly because they took on the Lauda Group, which owned basically Airbuses. So I would imagine that would eventually be moved over to 737s, because the reason why they have about 100 odd aircraft, or less than 100 actually, Airbuses, because they took on that group. Yeah, the rest of it, Buzz, Malta Air, all are 737 Maxes, just operated under BA. It's a different company, not BA, sorry, Ryanair. It's a different company, but it's still part of the Ryanair group. You said it, Wayne. I know, the fine good people on the chat would think we don't like each other. Right, we've got... There it is, there's that NetJets that we saw earlier.
Alpha land up runway 09, before ready.
Adam 09 there, Alpha Frankfurt 914 Mike.
It came in to Paris, I believe, earlier. This is now going to Zurich.
Alpha 914 Mike, before ready.
Rico Frankfurt 914 Mike.
Yes, absolutely. Graham Thomas, welcome to you. Says greeting from South Africa. I'm wishing you all a wonderful day. Thank you so much, Graham. Welcome along to the chat, and a very good morning to you. I know it's a different time zone out there. Emma, welcome to you as well. Asking what's the little box on the left? It's part of a new part of the stream that we've done. We're now 4K, Emma, and we've added on flight info. Which will populate at the bottom when there's an aircraft on the runway, giving you the details of what's taking off and landing. Yeah, pocket rocket that one. Mike, welcome to you. Good morning. Hope you're good. Kat, we always answer your questions. We enjoy them. It's so good to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. You might have recently seen the news of that the government. We're going to enjoy this bit. Hang on, we're just going to see them opening the cargo hold of the Dash 8. But yeah, you might have seen the news that they recently have been informed that City Airport has been allowed to increase their passenger numbers here at London City, which was a bit of a surprise because we were expecting it to follow with the local government's decision, which was Newham Council, who actually behind me here, which was to not increase the cap, but the centralised government in Westminster has actually overruled that decision and has believed that part of the proposal makes good business sense for the economy, so they have agreed to increase the cap. Now, the original plan was to increase the operating times, mainly for a Saturday as well, and increase the flight operations here on a Saturday, so they start and last a little bit longer. But that has been denied. But what it means is you're going to have more aircraft during the operating hours of the airport. So we're going to see. If you imagine last few week shows, we always say to you it gets quiet between the hours of 3 and 4, and then also the hours of 11 to about 1, and it sort of has these brief pockets of busyness. That is what we expect to see increase, those sort of times, those sort of slots that are available. More aircraft can operate. So you'll see City Airport becoming a more busier airport all round. And we might see that happening also on a Saturday, because Saturdays is known for being a very quiet sort of day. So we're hoping that Saturdays will get a little bit more busier during the hours that they're allowed to operate. Whether they do that initially, I don't know. I think they might be a little bit cautious and just take their time with that, because it's been hit with a bit of criticism from a lot of the opposition in regards to this increase. So I think City Airport are very cautious to ensure that they don't ruin it, the opportunity. So they're being very cautious in how they do things and how they operate, which is kind of expected when you're trying to keep everyone happy in the area. Yeah, it's normally the ATRs, isn't it, Carl? We always say it with Logan, where they struggle with the ATRs opening that door. But it seems to be the Dash 8 as well today. Christ, I've just read that comment from Wayne. God, Pinocchio's in the chat. Okay, our first CityFlyer is lining up on the runway here, and we should see it's on final. It's a Nice flight. This is CityFlyer 9 to Lima. Like I say, we're here all the way to the end today, about 12:30 for the last flight, and then the airport closes, and I'm heading back home to get ready for an absolutely probably a hammering, and not unfortunately by the great hammers. Unfortunately, I think we will be hammered by Man City, because we're playing the leaders of the Premier League at the moment, champions of the Premier League, which is Man City, against West Ham against Man City. So we're going to be absolutely throttled by them today. So I'm not expecting miracles, but I'm going to be torturing myself. I'm going to watch that one. So that's later on tonight. That's why we did a morning show today for you guys. So at least you had something this weekend. Here is CityFlyer with the Nice flight. There's a rowing club which having a well of a time singing Don't Stop Me by Queen. Oh dear. Very good. Mike, welcome to you. Hope you're good. I know. It's gone very quickly, Kat. The fact that August is finished almost very soon.
Hello, Justin to a 5 please, 1 0 up to go. Roll 09 1.
Gentlemen, Stockholm 1 Hotel, walking 1166, connection 0, and
the next CityFlyer flight is going to be the Belfast shuttle service. CityFlyer 53 Alpha. It's about just about a mile away now. And it's already less than 1,000 feet and descending. It's a bit windy this morning, Kat. You can probably hear it on the microphone at the moment. That's why we've only got one mic today, because the other one will pick up too much of the wind causing interference. We've almost got a bit of a rival rush hour going on now, because we've got another flight inbound. This time it is the Florence flight that I mentioned earlier. This is CityFlyer 72 Juliet Foxtrot. And it'll be interesting to see what it's like. The wind is really picking up now. So let's just get the Florence flight here for you. You can already see a bit of correction there from the crew. The KLM flight will be joining us soon. It's just in front of us actually, in the air. You can see it. There we go, there she is. So she flies parallel to the airport, and then we'll come swinging around and line up for the runway there. You can see blue KLM colours and that blue dolphin plane. I think it's not that windy yet for that, unfortunately, Kat. You'll be surprised the challenging conditions that these pilots can handle here at City Airport. pinpoint turning there. Okay, KLM is checking in now. Be good for parking, wouldn't it, Cat? Okay, KLM inbound now. Let's have a quick look. The wind is starting to pick up a bit now.
Luxair 4, Florence and a 4, Beatrice, got up.
Luxair 4194, start.
4194.
Just bear with me for one moment while I just adjust something, folks. KLM should be taxiing on stand 3, I believe. Right in front of us here. you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit that like button. The more likes we get, the more views we get through YouTube's algorithm. Thank you very much for joining us today. Happy Saturday here at London City Airport. Hope you're all good. Okay, we're going to detour away from the parking KLM because Luxair is starting with the Dash 8 and I know you guys like a prop start, so here we go. Oops. Jamie Pickles, welcome to you. Good morning, hope you're good. Ignition there for the Dash 8. Travel Masters, welcome along to you. Hope you are good as well. Good to see you.
Extra runway optimal.
Right, second.
The 494 ready to go.
Luxair 494 was about Alpha Line of Kuwait, what are we doing now?
Alpha Line of Kuwait.
Not 4, vacate and hold me.
Vacate and hold me hard.
adjust as it's too, the tension's a bit too tight. So I need to just adjust that fuel tension. Bear with me, folks.
Luxair 4494, contact Sunset 1123, the 4455, 12455,
Swiss is joining us very soon. We can just see that just about. Oops. There we go. There she is. And it looks, in fact it is at a 220-100. So another Wookiee inbound. So this is a public footway path here, Cat, which is why it's quite popular with plane spotters, because it's a fantastic location. Really, if you're a plane spotter, there's no fences or anything like that to get in your way. Oh, it looks like Captain is doing his inspection. Let's have a look, shall we? Or the cut pilot is doing his inspection. Unfortunately, the building is in the way to a full check around.
Clear, tap down, arms, body, slide, nice.
I've also got a Silt Air, also a Geneva flight from a citation inbound.
Request jet center upon completion.
Passengers loading for CityFlyer, but it looks like are by bus. Or are they coming to collect? Let's have a look.
456, 070, degrees 13 knots, runway 09 is taken out.
Okay, Swiss is inbound next. This is going to be first Airbus A220 with Swiss that we've seen today. There she is on final. No, I don't know what's going on with that one. I thought that was a bus full of passengers, but it might not be, Jamie. ITA is also on its way. We can just see it by the T and Lyle building. There she is. Look how beautiful she looks. think they might be going again. They haven't cut the engines. I think I saw the ground crew suggesting. Oh, so air is inbound. That is quick. He came in really quick there. No, they've stayed. They have stayed. They've turned off the engines. And the Airways is not far away. You can probably just see it turning now. There we go. There she is. A bit cloudy over London today. We haven't even got the landing gear down yet. Here it goes, landing gear. Inbound now. This is the Milan flight, the last ITA Airways flight for today. This is also the last, the penultimate landing aircraft. The last ones are expected to be Ibiza, which is at 12:10 today in about 20 minutes time. And then the final flight is actually going to be this flight taking off. It's expected from a land flight, but we need to hurry up because there is a restriction, so they have to get out on time. It's expected to be 12:37, slightly behind the schedule, but we should see it heading out. And there she is. So quite a few bit of turnarounds going on, very quick turnarounds within 20 minutes. A lot of these planes heading out still. So a lot of turnarounds going on at the moment. The citation that came in earlier, that's a 15-minute turnaround to load another passenger and then back in going out again, and that's going to Silk. Now we're expecting this to go to stand 10. Okay, so the first turnaround that we've seen in this particular window that we've got now, the final bit before the departure is shut here at London City, is the Florence flight. That was stand number 4 that we saw next to the KLM. I'll show you that in a moment. They're just starting the engines up, and we'll see that taxiing in a moment's time. We're going to focus on this A220 just spinning on a absolute pence here. Look at that, absolutely brilliant stuff. Michael, welcome to you, hope you're good. Very nice indeed. Now we focus our attention back over to CityFlyer for the Florence flight, which is about to take off. All wind and rain about to join us. Don't forget our final arrival is the Ibiza flight. Now that's staying here overnight, and in that aircraft will be set a new flight for tomorrow. understand flight passengers are now boarding as well. We'll see this going out to sea. With the Ibiza flight now turning in the direction of London City, so that's starting to line up for the approach. For everyone who has joined us today, don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help us out. Help Captain Wookie out himself as well for making this channel being promoted across the homepage of YouTube. It's YouTube algorithms will work in a way that it will recommend our video to others the more likes we get. And don't forget, we are filming in 4K. It's been third stream this week as we now launch 4K. I promised you 4K content, live streaming. We have finally got to this stage of the channel where we are able to offer that. So thank you so much to all of our flight crew members, everyone who donates to the channel, and everyone who supports the channel with us a like as well. Thank you so much. We've got to a stage where unbelievable, really. We are now on a stage to give you the best quality possible with 4K streaming, and that is 100% the target here, to give you quality streaming, quality plane spotting, so it's like you're actually here. So really thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting us to that position for the channel. Don't forget also, you can subscribe to the channel. We're very close to that 12,000 mark. Keep them coming, a milestone for the channel. The more subs we get, it's even better. Really do appreciate your support. Let's have a look at the A220 of Swiss. I believe passengers have disembarked off of this aircraft and they're just turning around now. Wind has really picked up. You can probably tell from the mic, it's really picked up now. I think wind is now at 14 knots. Right, CityFlyer now ready. This is the Florence flight heading out now to London, from London City to Florence. Okay, KLM is another aircraft ready to go. The air stairs has been removed, and we will see KLM start up very soon. It also looks like Swiss might be going and ready to go as well. Let's keep an eye on ITA Airways. They're going to have a quick turnaround here, and they've got to be quick, otherwise they will miss the slot and potentially be forced to stay here, which is a bit tricky. Really tricky. So they've got a really tight turnaround here, and ITA is known for not being very punctual here at London City, so let's hopefully they can get on. It looks like passengers are boarding here as well for the CityFlyer flight in front of us. That is looking to be potentially, is that the Vesalani flight? Yankee Kilo, yes it is. So this is the Thessaloniki flight heading off to the island of Greece. That's actually supposed to be the second last flight departure today. We are also expecting Belfast, which is going to be Alpha Golf. Now, I believe Alpha Golf is that Alpha Golf? It is Alpha Golf. So it's this one here, which I believe is actually almost ready. We can see that's supposed to be 12:10. It is showing as on time, so I think we will see that heading out. Right, the beacon light is showing for KLM. They're just starting the engines here. That's what you can hear in the background. And for the Swiss flight, that's supposed to be 12:15. Still showing as showing as now 12:25. We can see here passengers starting to board. They ferry these passengers off by bus, but they actually board via the gate. And the reason why they have to do that is because the bus takes them to the immigration part of the airport, which is below here, on the right of the airport, where they have to go through passport control. Carl, yeah, you've got plenty of time, my friend. Still loads of time. KLM setting out here. I said to you it was going to be a quick turnaround for Silk, and there she is already on the runway, about to go. So here we go, here's Silk, going back to Silk, and I think this might be a turn and burn. Is it a turn and burn? Let's have a look. It is indeed. Pocket rocket indeed, that one. Back over to the lineup here. We have Sea Hopper just about to line up over on 09. One thing I've noticed is a lot of passengers, a lot of pilots now wear high vis whilst operating the aircraft. KLM hasn't got it, but I noticed a couple of CityFlyer pilots and also ITA having high vis on. So I don't know if that's a change of company policy or not now. When you fly in the aircraft, you have to have a high vis on now. I know they have to have a high vis on when they're outside the aircraft. And we can hear the engines of CityFlyer, but we're going to go back to City Hopper because the KLM Amsterdam flight is on the runway just about to take off. And I'm running into it as well. Ibiza flight is lining up as well. We can see it in the distance here. She is on final. There she is. She is on final here, so we'll see that very quickly. But back over to the KLM flight. Okay. Dublin flight here, moving on now. It's now live. And Belfast flight, not the Dublin flight. Now moving along. And our Ibiza flight is on final as well. Here we go. So Ibiza final arrival for today's Saturday schedule here at London City Airport. There she is. This is the Ibiza flight, CityFlyer. Oh, hang on, sorry. Let me focus on this first. a man, you can tell I can't multitask. Trying to do two things at once. That was CityFlyer flight. I'm trying to try and see what one it is actually. That is CityFlyer 96 Victor, operated today by Yankee Victor is the aircraft today. It is a 15-year-old aircraft. Now, Belfast flight operated today. This is CityFlyer 62 Romeo, operated by Alpha Golf. The aircraft itself here is also 12 years old. Another aircraft starting up as well is the Thessaloniki flight that operated today by Yankee Kilo, a 14-year-old aircraft that is starting up, so we'll get that for you in a moment. Like I say, it's all departures now, and this is when we see the airport clear out. So it'll be quite an empty airport here at London City with hardly any flights. I think potentially 2 aircraft will be on the ground, and then that will be it. With a 24-hour, oh not 24-hour, but a next day delay, shall we say. Yeah, they cancelled our flights on the way back, so I had to get the morning flight back to Heathrow that day. A little bit of a chaotic sort of situation, but it was all right in the end. So yeah. Final few passengers are boarding for Zurich, so we'll see that going. Also, Airways is boarding its passengers, so we will see that as well as we focus on the Belfast flight taking off right now. So I mean, it's a mad rush of, wow, that's a really steep takeoff there from Belfast. Look how steep they are. Oh, I can see it. Wow. Let's see if we can sort of focus on that for you. The camera's not focusing on that, apologies. It's so steep. IB for flight, just parking up. Carl, thank you very much. No problem at all. You take care now. We'll see you around on the next stream. This is where we get all of the sort of rush to take off before the cut-off point, which is technically in 5 minutes time. There is a bigger rush because they have to get out to make sure they meet the sound restrictions which are imposed onto London Sea Airport from just after midday. I think ITA might be cutting it though. They're still boarding ITA, look at that. I wonder if they sort of hurry them along at this point of the time. You can see Swiss is now ready to depart. The airstairs is off and they are now just getting the plane ready to start. I wonder if they're stricter with offloading passengers when it comes to this time of day. I'm not too sure. I have to ask friends of mine who work here what it's like on a Saturday. Are there a bit of a flexibility of being able to wait for the last few passengers? Because how hard is it to find the passenger late if they're in the actual terminal? Because it's such a small terminal as well, so you can't really get too lost here. So Swiss is showing as 32, ITA is showing as 37. Interesting. There we go. Lining up now, this is the Thessaloniki flight. really windy now. SE Aviation, welcome to you, hope you're good. You caught us at the final part of the show. We've got 2 more aircraft taking off. We've got this one here, Swiss, which is the next one going out, and then ITA is on its final preparations for taking off. Like I say, the cut-off, I believe, I think the actual dead on, they cannot let anyone take off and land, is 12:45 is the final deadline. But all schedules technically are supposed to be out of here by 12:30. We are slightly behind on that schedule, which is why you have the sort of acceptance past, or 15 minutes acceptance, I should say, which is a 2:45 cut-off point. Which is why you sometimes get flights which haven't arrived yet, which get diverted to other airports. Today we haven't had that. Everyone has landed at City, and none of them have arrived late. But yeah, Swiss and ITA are our final 2 aircraft taking off today here and departing London City Airport. Might be a turn and burn, I think it is. They want to get out before restrictions. There we go. eyes now on ITA. Will they make it? So they have 10 minutes before the airspace is shut down in the area for London City. They need to make a move on. They got so many staff around ITA as well. I wonder if that's to get around and turned around quickly.
Flying number, cross the runway, vacate, Foxtrot, please, and come down, I think.
Okay, it looks like they're offloading passengers. Are they offloading passengers? It looks like they're about to offload a passenger there, but they might not have now. So we can hear that ITA has just radioed in for clearance. So I think they're ready to go. Vertical Legion, welcome to you, hope you're good. Asking why would the airspace shut down here? Well, the airport shuts at 12:45. So this aircraft has literally 5 to 10 minutes maximum to take off. And you can see the stairs has been removed now. The reason why is because there is a sound restriction where every weekend, so that there's no noise pollution for the local residents of the area, because it's such a close airport near a load of houses. City is bound to City Airport, I should say, is bound to restrictions for noise. So they can only start, I think it's at 7 a.m. in the morning, or 7 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday, and finish it has to be quiet by 1 o'clock, and the cut point is 12:45 officially. So after 12:45, what you normally get is, if you get any aircraft that have arrived late, they will divert to a nearby airport. Normally it's Stansted, or can be sometimes Southend. So you'll see that happening. So this aircraft has to take off, otherwise it will be stuck here. But I think we're already in a position now. We can see the beacon lights are on. I think it's safe to say that we will see this aircraft take off, and it will be our finale aircraft for today's show. So a massive thank you to everyone who has joined us today. Hope you have enjoyed it. Really do. appreciate the time, the likes, and the support that you give the channel. Thank you so much. So this, of course, is the Milan flight taking off today. This is operated by Lima Charlie today, a 100 brand new February, brand new, pretty new 2024 Feb aircraft, really nice and shiny. Love seeing the A220s because there's so many of them. All of these crew now, the flight turnaround crew, will do a few other jobs to do, but they'll be clocking off soon as well. And what they do is get these aircraft in a shutdown position, similar to this one over here. Sometimes they might do a bit of maintenance as well, so they'll just get it, there you go, maintenance crew on board there you can see with vans, so they're doing a bit of maintenance on the aircraft. So that's what happens when they're based along here over the weekend, and then it starts again tomorrow around about 12 o'clock, 12:30 in the afternoon for the Sunday service here at London City, and then it gets really busy all the way up to about 9 o'clock in the evening, and that will be it for the London City service here at the airport. It's getting really windy. 15 knots now. No problem at all. Yeah, so they've actually tried to do the restrictions increase, but that was blocked. But recently in the news, it's been revealed this week that London City has had its passenger cap increased, which wasn't expected because the local authority knew, and behind me had actually stopped it. But the centralised government from Westminster has actually approved this, and it means that they can increase the numbers. What it doesn't mean, however, is that they can increase the time, so that has been still kept to what it is. So it means that their operating hours have to be the same. They had hoped to have a longer Saturday so they could offer more. So we've got 5 minutes before technically the restriction is kept into place. It's cutting it short, but I'm sure that they'll be able to make it now. These are very quiet aircraft, but you can already hear that they've already started. No problem at all, Steve. Good for you. Hopefully you're well as well. Yeah, there has been cases where it's been stuck. There are exceptions sometimes, so it depends if they get a special acceptance. They are quite rare. Airlines that are based here don't necessarily get approval. So for instance, CityFlyer, because obviously there's no need, I don't technically lose out on it. So CityFlyer is kind of plans and logistically plans for situations like this. ITA and other airlines which are based here, which are not based as a hub, and obviously these aircraft would be used for different flights across Europe, they're a little bit different. So yeah, we have had cases where aircraft are stuck here. It's not, it doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. But anyway, I think we are in a position where we're going to see it go very soon now. No problem at all. Okay, taxi approved, and we are off into Airways. And this should be a quick departure here. This is how tight it is. It's 1 minute to go now. There you go, line up and wait, already given approval. And we're probably expecting a request of immediate departure by air traffic control, just so that they can get on in time. Departure is imminent. And there you go, final flight of the Saturday service here at London City is now finished. Now the next step will be that air traffic control will hand over control of the airspace and of the airport over to ground control and ground services here at London City, and you'll hear a handoff on the radio in a moment. I'll just try and get the radio close enough so you can hear what it is. So you'll hear Rangers will take control of the airfield when the airfield is officially closed.
It's our 247, contact 10 director 133, decimal 455, goodbye.
10 director 133, decimal 455, Italo 342, bye bye.
There you go, final flight of today. And what we want to hear is the handover of the airport. Just waiting for ops and Rangers to turn up. Normally they will do a handover, and normally we would see the vehicle. I can't actually see it at this moment in time because normally once the handover is done, they will do an inspection of the runway. It is. They're doing an engine intake startup test. That's where they manually force the engine with pressurised air. Taking a very long time today to hand it over. I was hoping to get so you can hear that on the handover. But yeah, weirdly, it's taken a lot longer. I don't know why. Doing another test of aircraft. Just have a quick focus on it. I'm trying to see which so that unit there in front with the green light on top, that is a ground starter unit that actually starts off the engines without any of the aircraft power itself. So it's an independent starter to the aircraft. It looks like they're testing this, they're doing maintenance on the aircraft. So this is not a flight that will be going out today. There is Rangers, there they are. So this is when we expect them to hand over the airport. So I wonder if it's 1 o'clock they are waiting to hand over the airport to the authorities here. Do like London City's fleet of vehicles that they have. Toyotas. I'm a huge Toyota fan, being an owner myself. It's the same car that I got actually. so peaceful when the airport is now closed, and no difference from what it is. The final sort of few jobs are being carried out to prepare the airport for the sort of evening's hibernation. This is where obviously maintenance crews and off-hire crews now get involved, where they start to do maintenance, whether it be on the taxiway, the runway, or even aircraft that are parked up, which we're seeing here over on the far stands at the moment. So I'm quite surprised that we've not had a handover yet. I was expecting that. Normally hear on the radio to say that the airport airspace is now closed and that you have control of the airport. Mark asked if there was an emergency, how far is the nearest airport? Well, very close indeed. There's quite a few local hospitals in the area, but there's also a big hospital in central London as well, which is the Royal. And that has a helipad on top of it as well. Leave it until 1 o'clock and then we'll finish up. If we don't hear the handover at 1 o'clock, we'll call it a day. I don't expect to hear, because it'd be good for you guys to hear what it's like, or what it sounds like. It is, of course, an educational purpose. Just because the airport closes doesn't mean, as I say, it empties out and there's no staff. There is still a shift on as well. You've got obviously emergency crew has to be on standby as well, because we have in the past had emergencies fly here. We had recently, I forget the actual aircraft, but a proper aircraft which had to make an emergency landing due to engine troubles, and it was stuck here for a few days, and it had to make its way back over to Duxford recently. So yeah, but it does happen. It is reason why this airport is available for that. So you do have a standby crew. Looks like they're doing work on the APU. You can see in the back of the tail, they've opened it up and they're doing work on the APU. So I'm not too sure why we haven't got a handoff yet, but anyway, we're going to call it a night. Massive thank you to everyone who has joined us today and has been with us for the whole show. A huge thank you to the mods who have joined us as well, and we will be back next week at London Heathrow for another show over the weekend. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing, and enjoy the rest of your week for next week. Have a wonderful time, guys. Take care and see you later. Bye-bye. I just heard it. Just heard it. We just heard it, folks. It was just announced. Airport now closed. Sea service now closed. There we go. Right, guys. Apologies. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you around. And take care. Bye-bye.
Buzzing jets on the rise, dancing waves on open skies. Yeah, which runway a sight to behold. London Planespotting stories untold. We're on tour with a year we rode, spotting planes fake to airports to home. From the ground to the clouds we aim. London Planespotting more than a game. The journey's just begun. Throttles set our hearts all as one. Wings align, the runways clear ahead. Pilots wave, their smiles once spread. Airbus or Boeing, choose your side. Through the clouds where few have ever been. Airborne dreams watch them take their flight. London sky, the joy from morning light. We're on the move, spotting planes in the London groove. STM pilots, they give us a wave. At LGW, it's the views we crave. Up in the sky, look who's flying high. London Planespotting.